Okay, so welcome everyone. Today we have our home game from Promitheas Patras against Nymburk basketball. With us we have head coach, Mr. 𝗪𝗘𝗟𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘, and from the player side we have Mr. 𝗪𝗘𝗟𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘 with us.
Good evening, everybody.
From the away side, so we'll start some questions for the player first, so we can let you go back to the locker room, and then we'll follow up with your head coach. So a couple of questions from your side. First one, a general one, and then we'll get more specific.
Okay.
So the first one, give us a little bit of your view from a player's perspective of how the game progressed from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. How did you see it as a player?
As a player, I seen it as like all the other games we played, just our way of playing our system, playing hard and fast, and just keeping a constant tempo. Simple.
Okay. So follow-up question. I'll ask you one of these viral internet questions maybe. One of the things that we noticed from our side was the fluidity of the passing game of your team. It was very smooth, very quick passing left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you can teach, or is that an attitude? Do you believe someone can be taught how to move the ball smoothly?
You can say it's just a player. No way the coach is teaching that.
I feel like it's a team chemistry thing, just being able to trust each other and buying into the system. So that's the way we want to play, and that's the way we believe we can win. So everybody working together, that it all works out.
Okay, well, I'll ask the same question to your coach, following up, see if it lines up with what you said. And then one last question from my side. We saw the statistics a little bit. You over-rebounded Promitheas by a lot. Your offensive rebounds are even more than your defensive rebounds. Is that the style of Nymburk basketball, to play aggressively in the paint, boxing out and then quick transition? Would that be something that you agree with?
Yes, we like to rebound, play fast. Doesn't matter about our size. We match up and just play our way of playing.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll let you go back to the locker room.
Well, nice. So, Mr. 𝗪𝗘𝗟𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘, we'll finish up with you. Some general observations of how the game progressed. From pressure-wise, from the first quarter, both teams started a bit lackluster in the defensive side, but then the defense grew as the tempo of the second, third, and fourth quarter, and it was a very aggressive game as well, from both sides. I mean. Yeah.
Was it the same in your eyes?
Yeah, in my eyes was the same. I think it took a little bit of time to cancel from our defensive game small mistakes, which didn't allow us to take the lead since the beginning. But then we gained consistency, and I think, generally speaking, we played a pretty solid game, and it was from the defensive. Obviously, it always starts from the defensive standpoint, but also from the mental standpoint. I think my players proved themselves to be not only locked in, but also trustful, confident, and that's something which is giving me good vibes for the future.
Exactly. So a follow-up question, I'll ask the same thing as Mr. Caesar. Again, it's the first game of the group stage of the BCL in your group. The transition we saw of your team was very quick, very fast, quick and easy passing. Is that something, again, is it something that is taught? Is it an attitude? Is it something that you would say, if you squeeze the spirit of Nymburk, that's exactly what will come out as a video?
I think I don't want to talk about philosophy. We are just trying to play good basketball. I think tonight it started from the defense, and it led us into a nice offensive flow. But for sure, the team was designed in order to be fast. Obviously, as you can see, we are not the biggest team in the competition, and obviously, in life and in basketball, you need to try to maximize your strengths and hide your weaknesses. And playing aggressive, both ends of the floor. It's a tool that we chose in order to exploit the full potential of these players, because as a coach you always want to let them take the stage and shine on the floor, and if they're able to do it, I think like you can be satisfied of yourself as a coach. So
next time we'll speak more about philosophy. I would love to hear your views on this. Thank you very much, Coach.
To you.
Have a safe trip back home.
Thank you very much. Ďakujem to everybody.
Thank you very much. Okay, so now from Promitheas Patras Basketball Club, home side, we have Wesley Wundu from the player side, and we have Mr. 𝗪𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘, head coach of the team. So we'll start with some questions for the players, so we'll let you go back to the locker room and get ready, and then we'll follow up with the coach as always. So Mr. West, Mr. Wundu, a general first question for your side. How did you see the game progress? It was the first game for Promitheas in any part of the year, so the first BCL game, the first game you played as a team. How did you view the game today, from the first quarter to the fourth, and how did you find your team adjusting as time progressed during the game? Just some general comments of the game.
I think as a team, to start off, we learned a lot today about ourselves and also about the league. We came out, felt like we had a lot of energy, but, teams are going to get their best shots every game. And as a team, we have to be able to respond, to different situations in the game. We have to continue to stay together, and we got to make the most of it. The game is won from the first minute it starts to the last minute it's finished. So, it's a learning lesson for us. Like you said, it's our first game. We got to learn a lot from it. We got to learn that this is a tough league to play in, and we got to adjust and come back the next time a better team.
Just reading a little bit from the statistics, Promitheas got out-rebounded during the game. I asked the away side of Nymburk this question: is defense and rebounding something that is a system, or is it an attitude? What is your opinion, and did you find yourself dragging in that sense of rebounding and getting out to the sides of the court?
I think it's the system and the attitude is both. As a team, I think we were prepared. We knew that it would be that type of game to, bring the intensity on defense. We went over the line of scouting report, also rebounding as well. That's every game. It's just something you have to toughen up, and we have to bring that energy, on that side of the ball. Can't have too many lapses, too many mistakes. Those mistakes add up, as you can see. And, just as a team, we gave up too many offensive rebounds. And, that's kind of the name of the game today. Getting in there, fighting for those rebounds and being a little tougher.
Okay, that's it from my side. Thank you very much for your comments.
Thank you.
We'll let you go back to the locker room. Mr. 𝗪𝗘𝗟𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘, some comments, just general comments from your side about the game. I know it was the first game of the team for the first time this year. How did you view it, the chemistry between the players, and maybe some comments about pieces that were maybe missing, or do you think, what do you think is the tabani? Let's say, how far can the Promitheas reach what can you change in order to reach your goals?
So, as first, we have to congratulate Nymburk for the win. They deserve it. They deserve it because they had more, let's say, energy and intensity, and you can see that from the numbers. They had 25 offensive rebounds and 24 defensive. It's an amazing number. They like to play men's against kids. This is the reality. And with so many positions more, it's not possible to win on this level. So for me, this was the key. And of course, we tried during the game to change some things. We tried to do different things, but finally, the picture of the game, it was the same. As we understand, we have to improve a lot. We already recognize our problems, and we're gonna fight really hard to find solution, to make the team more competitive and with a different, let's say, quality and energy.
Okay, so just one last question from my side. We did see some silver lining, if I may use that expression. We saw some really good qualities of defense, especially towards the end of the game, fourth quarter, a little bit too late in the sense. But Wes, Wundu and 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 showed some real heart in the defensive side. Is defense also something that we saw in Promitheas from the last seasons of the BCL? Is that the true character of Promitheas?
Yeah. Yes, but I thought that many minutes of the game we were there defensively, but when the opponent missed the shots, you have to grab the rebound.
Second
Yes,
chance.
rebound is a part of your defense. I mean, if you see the percentages, we are better in the two-point shot, in the three-point shot, in the free throws, but if you cannot control the ball, it's not possible to execute. And of course, if you force the opponent to have a second and third offense, in a row, it's impossible, as we say, to have a good result.
Thank you very much, coach,
Thank you,
for
guys.
your comments. All the best, everybody.